Kurt Saucer here from TGT Webcomics with Chris from Book of Biff. How you doing today, Chris?
Pretty good. I'm excited for Saturday.
It's going to be a great Saturday. A ton of people here. Everyone's meandering around, and you know, Book of Biff has been what I consider the new Gary Larson of Far Side. This is like the one-off comics that you know, you love, and you laugh at, and I'm glad that you're doing something like this.
Thanks. Obviously, Gary Larson was a big influence on my stuff, and I was very sad when he stopped drawing comics.
We all cried a little tear in that as well. You know, you've been around for a long time in webcomics, at least in terms of the webcomic community. I've enjoyed everything that you've done. You have 4 books here, beautifully drawn books, and you have a constantly updating website. You know, where does all the energy come from?
Caffeine mainly. Lots of caffeine. At this point I've done it long enough that it's become a routine, and I just kind of plan ahead. I'm like, okay, I will now write some comics, take some caffeine, lay down on the couch, just think about weird stuff and write it down in a notebook. So it's just part of my life at this point.
That's a good life to have. I mean, you're drawing what you love, which is the greatest thing you can ever do, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is definitely what I wanted to do for a long time, and it's kind of cool that it's happened.
Well, you know, you got some really great books here. You know, book 1 is amazing. How many pages are each of these?
They are 110 pages.
That's a nice size book for something, you know, read it on the couch or wherever you happen to be pondering life.
I tried to make it a size that you could read the whole thing in one sitting, because I do the comics five days a week, and I think they're funny each day, but I think they work better as a group. So I like to make them as a unit that you can read all in one sitting.
Shooting the brain, you know, trying to get the point across?
Yeah, the covers are weird. I still haven't figured out a good formula how to do a cover. It's usually the hardest part of the book, you know, other than the 1,000 hours of drawing the individual comics.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, your artistry is simple, it's effective, it's clean, and you get your point across every time.
That's something I realize is my job is more clarity rather than detail. I've been learning to leave out unnecessary stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the joke. And usually, if I'm doing a lot more drawing than I normally do in a comic, it's because I don't think the joke is funny. So I'm trying to make it up with lines and marks and colors.
Well, you're doing a great job. You really are, Chris. I mean, you know, C2E2, it's an inaugural convention. You know, it's really laid out. You got a lot of fans coming across. You know, what drew you to coming to C2E2?
I was really drawn by these are the same people that were doing the New York Comic-Con, and I heard so many good things about that. And so I was excited to do an actual show in Chicago. You know, there are other shows with Chicago in the name, but it's really in the suburbs. So I was excited to do a big-time downtown Chicago show.
Well, you know, it's last question here is C2E2, this inaugural convention. Once they close the doors, shut the lights, and you all pack up there, what are you personally going to take away from it?
I think I'm going to take away that I'm excited to have my own, hometown big-time show, and now I get to do this every year, and it's, since I live nearby, I don't have to pay a hotel or airplane tickets, that kind of thing. So I'm excited.
Great. Hey, good. Best of luck to you and the rest of the convention here. You're gonna do really well, and thanks a lot for this interview.
Thanks for stopping by.
And what's the website?
It is thebookofbiff.com.
Beautiful. Thanks.